welcome back. Today we're going to swap out the window trim, seals, and door seals on our 1993 Dodge W250. So I picked up these parts from RockAuto.com down in the States, and it comes as a complete kit for all the window seals and the door trim. Window trim liner, you can see this one is cracked here and all broken apart, dried out by the sun. So they got two for each door. You've got felt liner that runs up the pillar here, and then this whole seal that runs all the way down, like even into the door, along with an entire replacement door weather stripping seal. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the door panel. Found one screw here, and then there's two screws here, Phillips head, but I believe these are to hold the carpet on potentially. So what I'm gonna do now is just run my tool around, try and pop out. There's a few pop tabs underneath this plastic piece, so I'm just gonna run my little plastic tool around to try and get all those out. You can see here there's one of the clips that hold the door panel on. Right there is a bolt which will take the door handle off, so I will remove that and then we can slide the door panel off. The size for that bolt is 11 millimeters. Okay, so as you can see here, there's these two metal clips that will actually pop it out through the door panel. Next thing I'm going to do is take off the plastic here. I'm going to save it so we can put it back on after. So this is the first part of the window seal here, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little tabs, and basically just got to pull up on them. This is now, well, I mean, it already was toast, but if you bend it, you might be able to bend it back, but if you go to pull it up, good luck on trying to put it back in if it's bent. And there's the other one that's toast. So one thing I have here is white lithium grease, and I'm going to just grease up the tracks here. Might make it easier. Might make it easier for me to get the window regulator sorted out here. So one issue I was having with the driver's side door was the window was rocking back and forth, and you had to like pick up this corner in order to get it to slide all the way back up. The reason for that was this section of the window regulator was disconnected from this cross piece here. So I just managed to get it back on that cross piece, and now the window works nicely. There you go. So there's these little pop tabs here that are incorporated into the liner here. You got to make sure that these come out so that you can put the new one in. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do to get that stripping in here is I'm gonna try and take this whole piece out, line it, and then just install it back in. There was a cover here down in the door, and that exposes this 10 millimeter bolt, which holds this track in place. The next screw you're gonna have to undo is this screw here. and then we can pull this whole thing up. So you want to start from the top down here. What you can do after you've removed the no draft window is you can actually slide the window forward off of the tracks and just lift it out of the door, and that actually made it a lot easier to fit this piece of weather stripping down inside the door. So you can see here that it's inside the track, ready to go, lined up with this pop tab. Then I just got to put up this pop tab and run it over. You can see here, as it gets up to the part where the window is showing, there's these little flaps that will come on the outside of the window frame here. So you got to make sure that on both sides, those are splayed out around to seat it. Viewing cap back in. Okay, so right in here, there's these little grooves. I'm not sure if you can see it, it's kind of bright outside. But what they do is they correspond with these metal tabs here. So the idea is that you can slide it down and it corresponds with, so you can see the tab right there, and it will go into the hole and then clip along the way. And you can see there's 5 that have to clip in on either side. Now what I'm going to do is clean up the inside of the door, retape the interior plastic back up, and then we can put the interior door. Door all done up, door panels on, cleaned out the inside of the door panel door as well because it was all dirty, full of dust and dirt. The window switches are back, clicked in, installed the driver's side door handle. I had to use a screwdriver to jam up and pull it forward in order to get the nut back on there, but, or sorry, to get the bolt back on there, but yeah, she's all back together, all taped up with the plastic, ready to go. You can see the fitment here is not too bad for the window seals. I just have this jammed in here to try and train it because it likes to pop up. So I'll just leave it there for now and hopefully it'll just stay down. So that's the driver's side door complete. The next thing I'm going to do is the driver's side weather stripping for the whole door. So in order to do that, you can see here, basically you can just pull up and it comes off that weld. What you have to do first is take off the door sill plate here, and then you can just pull it all off and then put it back on. And there's the plate off. You can see there's two sides to this. You've got the part here that crimps the weld, and then this goes towards the door. Okay, and you can see that down here it's got a little bit of an overlap. So what I'm going to do is just trim it just so that they mate up properly. So I just cut it to mate up with the other side there and ensure that everything is pushed down nicely. It's all snug. Weather stripping on the doors on our first gen Cummins. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.